Just wanted to take a little moment here before we get into the video of the month, but just wanting to welcome you to the new format and also to let you know that there's a few things, a few changes going on here. What I want to introduce to you is the Tarot Weeklies and the Astro Weeklies. They'll be coming out Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. That is Arizona time. So depending on where you live, you could always check that out real time. But this is because I'm thinking that I can reach all of you all at once through one video, right, and address all of you. And not only that, but when we listen to a monthly forecast, we might listen to it earlier, like the month prior, so that once we get into the month, it's all forgotten, right? And for that reason here, I'm thinking, you know, if we do a weekly, I can guide you a little bit more for what you can expect for the coming week, okay? It's going to sit more in mind so you can focus on it, use these tools to integrate into your consciousness of what can be expected. So the Astro Weeklies, we're going to be looking at a calendar. We're going to follow, too, also the moon positions. Now, in the monthly forecasts for the astrology, we don't do that because there would be way too many transits to look at. However, though, the moon is so important to us because it moves so quickly that it really regulates our mood swings, our reactions, just like the sun radiates, the moon reflects, right? It reflects our emotions. So when we can do that, we can get a very close look at day to day what is coming up. So Sundays, 8 a.m., you'll have your Astro Weeklies, and then also for the Tarot, you will have a spiritual guidance. Then we're going to focus on what do we need to focus on this week, not necessarily what's coming up. The astrology will show that. But in the Tarot, yes, we're going to be looking at where are we in our mind, where can we grow our consciousness, what influences, major influences may be coming in, and how can we tackle them the best, right? So then you have something for your Sunday mornings, right? So look to the end for more information, and of course, for those of you who are subscribers, you'll already get them into your inbox. For those of you who haven't subscribed, you might want to subscribe here. Just click the button, and I just want to also mention that if you're not seeing it coming up in your inbox, check your spam box. Sometimes YouTube just sends it directly there, all right? So, and then just unspam it, so you'll have it in your inbox there in the mornings. So listen, we are going to check on what's coming up for you now in September. All right, Sagittarius, let's take a look at this month here of September and what you can expect. You know, the first thing it starts out with is news of or about a woman. So this could be a girlfriend, it could be a sister, or it could be a wife, or it could be whatever. But this woman is doing really good right now. She's shooting for the stars, right? And I see that you're really happy for her. So either it could be a new job, it could be a promotion for her, maybe it is a raise. Whatever the deal is, there's a lot of security coming in here around her and for her, and you are just a very, very happy camper on her behalf. So that really starts the month off in such a good way for you. Why? Because her security is something that will really tickle your heart, and you will feel safe for her. You yourself, though, Sagittarius, here, there is not just talents and skills that are coming up here to the surface, but I see how you've been working here towards a dream, wanting to turn something around, and you're actually in that, should I say, phase right now in trying to turn a life cycle around, which has to do not necessarily with the work that you do today on a day-to-day basis, but actually getting something else up and running. You're still holding your day job, okay? Your day job right here, you're tackling it, it's good, there's no biggies or anything. It just seems to be very solid, very smooth going. There's a lot of movement, though, you know, so there could be a little back and forth or extra things to do, because I see a lot of motion in your career this month, but no big changes. So whatever you're thinking here that's going to be affecting your financial income may not necessarily come from your day job career. It's got to be something else. Now, go back 6 months, go back, even as far as maybe 6 years. Okay, I see the number 6. And in that, you have over time shifted your perspective more than once, maybe many times, to arrive at this very point right now. So September is going to open up the sense of empowerment within you, where you're going to feel strong, as if you could hear yourself saying, I can do this, right? And as you do, this is really going to bring not just joy, but let me tell you, here Sagittarius, it's going to bring you a lot of oomph, and it's going to give you a whole lot of self-determination. It's going to really crank up your drive, and I can see how you are using time, spending time on communicating whatever this plan, this vision is. And it's not just a dream. Maybe in the past, when you tapped in and out of it over time, from time to time, you really didn't take any action, did you? But you kept building and structuring and restructuring that dream, but no real action. That's the difference from then and what you're going to feel here now this month. This month, actually, you can take the first step in the right direction in order to start manifesting whatever this dream is. And you know what? Yeah, it might take a little bit of money to put in, but it takes money to make money, right? So if you're needing to do a little bit of an investment, it's doable. It's not going to be overwhelming. We're not talking that it's going to cost you thousands of dollars or anything. There's a small investment here that you might just need to get the first ground steps, set into that foundation. You're going to feel very satisfied. You're going to feel confident about it, because if you're still feeling some doubt, well, then it's not your time. It could be for other Sagittariuses, but you should never really act on things like that unless you feel that alignment where all your chakras are aligned, because why? That's when your vision really opens up and you can see that distance, that end outcome, should I say. So it's exciting. September is really on a roll here, and I would like to say from the beginning to the end, when I look at the beginning of your reading here, and I look at the full circle coming out here as the outcome, it is fabulous. But let's move right along. For those of you who are married, romance is going to be a great month this month. For those of you in a relationship, I feel that too is going to be great. For those of you who are single at this point, may not be doing all that great. Why? Because I can see the desire of wanting to have somebody of significance in your life, somebody to share your day-to-day experiences with. And it feels like for a few of you, it's been taking time for anything to come around. It's like, where is he or where is she, right? But don't give up. I think, from what I see, is that is the universe kind of just protecting you, so you don't just grab anybody, because it takes time to get into a relationship, to start it up, and then if it's not the right relationship, it takes time to wind it down and get out too. So if you're single, just know right now that that's exactly where you're meant to be. It's all about preparing yourself on the inside and spiritually, and then put it out there to the universe. Tell the universe you're ready now to receive. I don't think it's going to be all that long before that significant other might be showing up. Just be a little careful with extra money going out here this month, Sagittarius. I see that you could fall for a little bit temptation here or there, and that adds up, okay? If you're just thinking it's small amounts, it won't really do anything anyway, but it will add up. And when I see the things that you are now starting to put together, which could have to do with a new business, could have to do, but where that investment part of the money that we were speaking about, that definitely has the ability to grow from there. So it's better money goes towards that direction than just spilling out like I see over here. So it just takes a little bit of consciousness. You can save a Starbucks here and Starbucks there. It adds up throughout the month anyway. So you could do much, much better by hoarding it together and then placing it here in this new area. For some of you, I feel there is new knowledge, new interests opening up. This is in the 9th area of this reading, which has to do with your spirituality, higher consciousness, has to do with expanding your horizons. In fact, this is the area of the reading that you rule. It's the Jupiter area, which has to do with knowledge. So some of you might just now start either a continuation on your studies, maybe reaching for your master's. For others, it could really just be something of a personal nature, maybe even a spiritual nature, of wanting to go in and find some insights. We did talk a little bit about your career this month, that it just seems to be good. You know, it's just rolling along. There's no biggies either way. It's routine right now, okay? And sometimes we just need that too, that there isn't really a whole lot of upheaval, right? When things are steady, it's secure. But I can't say, in that level of security that you are working in your career, your spirit guides are kind of like picking you on the shoulder, aren't they? Every now and again, saying, hey, what about this? Wouldn't you like to do this? You know, we want to listen to that little voice. Why? Because we can come to thoughts on our own, by all means, but we can speed up our development and evolution when we listen to the guidance of our spirit guides. And I do see there's a female spirit guide right here that's trying to awaken you to some aspect of what you're developing in your own true and higher nature. So that will also be a part of this month's evolution for you. And then there's a male. I don't know if you maybe perhaps owe somebody some money, or maybe this person owes you a little money. We're not talking a big sum or anything, but it's more like finding that balance now, you know, and if you're the one being owed to, it's more like you're waiting for this person now to approach you with it, or vice versa. But now, like I said in the beginning of the reading, that when you come to the end of the month and you look backwards, back to the beginning of September, you'll be feeling good. And that is what I'm seeing here. It's like sometimes months can go by and we achieve nothing. It's just the same old, same old, same old, right? And nothing big. And then there's some months where just so much gets squeezed into, you know, this little format of time, and we can see how we can really stretch time into fat time, is what I call it, where so much gets done in such a compressed little time zone, but it's got you up and running. You feel that you're ahead of the game, that you get your hands on, and you're absolutely right there on the start line of opening up into October with a sense and a feeling of rush to move ahead and continue this wave that you're now surfing. So happy to see that, Sagittarius. So listen, have a wonderful September. I'll see you on Sundays from 8 a.m. in the mornings for your Tarot Weekly and for your Astro Weekly. So do subscribe now if you haven't, and see you then. Bye now.